is called surface area and volume of a box. Write a function that returns the total surface area and volume of a box as an array, with the area specified first and the volume coming second. So we can see that here in the signature, they're looking for an integer array, and you've got dimensions, width, height, I assume, and maybe D would be depth. I probably would have used width, length, height, or something, but this is fine. You can rename them if you like as well. But go ahead and pause the video and try to calculate those values, put them in an array, and return it. I'll go ahead and get started. The volume of a box, say int volume, is simply the width times the height times the depth. So this basic geometry, go ahead and look that up if you weren't sure how to calculate these values. The surface area, on the other hand, is sort of like the area of each of the faces of the box. So you can imagine a box that it would have 6 sides, right? Imagine it's sitting on a table. There'd be one side that's touching the table, and then there'd be another side that's on top, and those would obviously be the same size, length and width wise. And then you could think about 4 different sides around those two that sort of complete the box. So if we know that the area of a square or a rectangle is the length times the width, we can add all those up, right? There's basically pairs of rectangles to calculate the area of, and if we sum all of those values, we'll have the total surface area of the box. So I could say area. I'll start with the sides on the table and on the very top, and I like to think about those as the width and the height parameter, and then I think of the depth as sort of the height off the table. So we'll go, there's 2 of them, right? The one touching the table and the one on the very top, closest to me looking down on the box. And so I'll do 2 times width times height, and that'll give me that top and bottom. Then I'm going to add on 4 more sides around. So you can, they're pairs, right? It's gonna be 2 times, you're gonna have 2 end pieces and 2 side pieces if you want to think about it that way. So these are going to incorporate the depth of the box. We could say 2 times the width times the depth. And we could say area plus equals, we've used this plus equals before. All it does is add on to the existing value of area and overwrites it. It's the same as writing area equals, you know, area plus something. But it's a nice shorthand. And then we'll have 2 times height times depth, right? And if you need to sketch out a little picture to sort of make that make sense, you label the sides of the box. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So go ahead and do that if you like. And you could certainly take all of these and combine them into one on one line if you'd like that too. So then we can simply build that array. We're going to say it's an integer array. And I'm going to use these curly braces and initialize it with the values I need. Area and volume is what they told us they wanted, right? In that order. So I think this would do it. Again, you're going to have people that just drop the formulas right in there, and that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to hit Control Enter to test this. And I did something terrible. Solution error int. What did I do? Line 11. Oh, sure. Okay. If you want, you can pause and try to fix this. I needed the new keyword. That should do it. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so yeah, I imagine all the one-line Wallies are just going to cram all this into one line. So I'll go ahead and submit. Yeah, they broke them out into variables. It's nice. It reads nice, you know, when you return an array, and you know, if you just stuff all of the parameters in there, it can read pretty poorly depending on how complex your expression is. So yeah, I like doing that, even though it's not necessary. It reads nicely. I like how they factored out the 2 there and just did all the different dimensions. You got the width combining with the height, the width with the depth, and the height with the depth. So that looks nice. But yeah, same kind of thing. Not much else to do. So yeah, hopefully you were able to crank that one out. Hit me up with questions, otherwise we'll keep moving. Thanks for watching.